So we've been working on anxiety today. What happens is we have too much tension in our lives, and so through different Qigong methods, we can actually alleviate some of the anxiety. Well, what you want to do is you can't relieve all anxiety all at once. So what you want to do is commit to say 15 minutes a day where you're trying to have an anxiety-free period, and hopefully that'll be extended over time as you go on, and you'll just let the rest of your day be better. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start by first, we're just going to take a little test. So right now, I just want you to stand and relax. Put your feet together, put your hands up. Don't have your hands next to your armpits. Just relax. We're just going to take, this is our pre-workout, pre-practice check. So we're just going to check to see if we feel any tension, any nervousness, any bad or anxiety right now. So we're just going to take 3 breaths. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. Just feel any tension in your body and your hands. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. All right. So try to remember that. We're going to check in at the end again. The other thing that we want to do right now is before we begin, I just want to remind you, if this is your first time, as we get older, you tend to breathe with your chest, and that's anxiety producing. If you breathe with your abdomen, that reduces the anxiety. They've done like lots of studies. It's called abdominal breathing. We're just going to do 3 breaths right now just so you can practice. Whenever you do, hopefully, you do abdominal breathing 100% of the time, but especially during your practice, you want to do it. So just put your fingers in your thumbs in your navel, and we're going to breathe in. Relax the body, and your abdomen goes out gently. You're not pushing it out. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, abdomen comes out. Breathe out. All right. Now that we've mastered abdominal breathing, we're going to go into the movement. So usually what I do is I do something called pulling down the heavens to set. Like this is my practice period. So you reach up, you breathe in, gather in energy, breathe out. So you breathe in, gather energy from the earth, from the heaven, mix it, and breathe out one more time. It's called pulling down the heavens. Breathe in, breathe out. So next thing I usually do is I want to open up my body so that any movements I do are more effective. So this is just a little warm-up thing. This is called shake the 9 gates. So you're lifting, you're really loose, going back and forth. Try to find a spot where the furniture is not shaking. You're just really loose, going back. Your hands are loose. You're lifting your shoulders, dropping everything. You're lifting your hips slightly and dropping, just shaking your whole body. This opening the 9 gates are your hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and upper, lower, and middle back. Relax. All right, then bring your fingertips up, throw the energy out to your fingertips. Now we're going to do something called dragon shakes and whiskers. This is warming up our spine, massaging our internal organs a bit, trying to get them, they're all sticky from not moving around. We're trying to warm them up a bit and try to move them around. Your hands are hitting just under your ribs, and the back one can hit your kidneys. So you're here shaking back and forth. And your eyes, you're trying to use your eyes. So when you move, look behind you as far as you can. You're turning your neck a bit. You're not twisting your neck, but you're warming up your neck, loosening those muscles up so that more blood can get to your brain. And then finally, we're trying to straighten out some of the kinks in their nervous system. So all we're going to do is we're going to reach we're picking cherries. Reach up, reach, reach, and one more. Okay, so the first kind of breathing we're going to do is just a general breathing. When you're doing most of your movements, you want to be having your shoulder blades go together, and then, your shoulder blades go together. That opens up your chest, and then your collarbones together. So this is called spinal cord breathing. When you breathe in, you arch your back very slightly. You come up, you look up, so everything in the front's being opened up. And when you breathe out, the back of your hands come together, your shoulder blades come together. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, open everything up. Breathe out, the back of your hands come together, you compress. This is also massaging your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're just going to do this for a minute. This is actually basic. Many of your movements have this as a subcomponent in it. So this is spinal cord breathing. So you're arching your back slightly, and then you're softening. You're also holding your pelvis, rolling your pelvis under very slightly, just so your spinal cord straightens out. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So when you do these, you can put the tongue to the top of your mouth. Look up, breathe out. You drop your tongue down. Breathe in. Breathe out, just relax. Breathe in. Remember, you're using your abdomen. Breathe out. Breathe in. So this is your general practice for your breathing, just to get your abdominal breathing, understanding how it's supposed to work. We're exaggerating the movements here, but in most of your movements, this is what you're doing. You're expanding, shoulder blades together, breathe out, collarbones together. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so another way to get rid of the anxiety is we want to break up any stagnation of energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually tap. Coming up, here to the chest, come back down, come up the back of your arms, you can tap your shoulders, come down the center, come up, come up the front, tapping, you can tap, rub the sides, hold your arms up. We want to get the lymphatic fluid flowing. Go to the other side. And then you can tap your kidneys. And then finally you can take your hand and you can make a fist. You want to come up on the right side and go across. This is the way the food flows. You want to make sure you're rubbing the energy in the direction that the food flows. So you're coming up on the right, going across, coming back, you're pushing your hand in. So this is just trying to break up the stagnant energy. So when you do the other movements, it can be released. Okay, then finally what you're going to do is you're going to make like little bird's beak, and you're going to come touch one shoulder, touch just under the shoulder blades, and we're going to tap. And then what we're going to do is while we're tapping, we're going to say, so we're going to take a breath. You should hear that little variation. This is lung one. We're trying to break up stagnation in the lungs, and breathe. That allows you to breathe out waste. So One more. All right. Together, breathe in, breathe out. All right. So what we're going to do is, they're called flows. We're going to breathe a couple minutes as a couple different movements. The first one is babies. This is a simple one. Babies are considered Taoist immortals because they do everything right. As we're born Taoist immortals, but then we just become ordinary people as we get older. So we want to breathe like a baby. That's a whole body breathing. So once again, they breathe with their abdomen because they're used to pulling in nutrients through the umbilical cord. So babies breathe, but also they don't. Most people, when they learn abdominal breathing, they just go. It's called half dead, half alive because you're really breathing with your stomach. First of all, on the second step, you want to breathe with your entire abdomen. So you're going to breathe in, and you want to feel pressure on your kidneys because you're expanding this whole area. Breathe out. Breathe in. So you've got like a balloon here, and it's filling up and it's pushing out and back. Breathe in. Abdomen moves out, pressure on your kidneys. This whole thing's expanding. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're taking the lesson from the baby. They even do more than that. They breathe with your entire body. And so for a couple minutes, 2 minutes, we'll just breathe, whole body breathing. So what happens is you breathe in, see in my hands, because I'm focusing mostly on the abdomen, but my entire body is breathing. So your hands just float out. And when you breathe out, come in. So breathe in. Your hands are just floating out. So you're not using your muscles. They're just going in and out because you're filling your body with oxygen. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So remember the spinal cord breathing. We're doing a slight bit of that. We're almost done. So we're breathing in. Our shoulder blades are coming slightly together. We're arching our back a tiny bit. And then breathe out as we relax. Our collarbones come in. We round our pelvis. So we're breathing with our entire body. So here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Everything's relaxed. Breathe in. You're filling your entire body with oxygen. Breathe out. Breathe in. You're breathing in a white mist, filling your body with that. Breathe out. You're releasing any tension, any anxieties flowing out with your breath. Breathe in. Whole body expanding. Breathe out. Breathe in. Oxygen flowing in, but it's flowing down your arms, down to your fingertips. Fast breathe in. Feel it coming in through your feet. Breathe out. Breathe in. So oxygen filling, coming in from your feet, moving up to your torso, flowing out to your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Just body's filling, your hands just gently going out. You're not using any pressure to move them. You're just. And then you can also use sounds to push out the anxiety. So you can breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you can say, oh, you can sigh. Breathe in. Oh. 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 So that's one of the flows. You can pick a flow and then you can do that if you find it's more effective to you. There's another one that's called soaring crane. So you're gonna come up, your hands come up, you breathe in. In this one, you're using your shoulder blades and you're expanding and contracting your spinal cord breathing. So you're coming in, and then when you come, you're gonna have your wings come in, but now you're gonna touch your index finger and your thumb. Those are the two electrical meridians. Breathe out. Coming in. Breathe in. Hands come over, shoulder blades come together. Right, hands come around. Breathe out. Breathe in. Your shoulders are relaxed. Then come in. Touch your two fingers together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Open everything up. Your hips come up slightly, and then as your hips drop very slightly, your pelvis rolls under. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do two more. Just some shoulders relaxed, your hands come up, shoulder blades together, breathe out, pelvis goes under. Whenever you do any of these, when you're doing them, your tongue, one of the things for your energy flow is your tongue goes at the top of your mouth just behind your teeth, and then as you breathe out, it drops down. That's done in a lot of practices. All right, we'll do another one that's called the fountain. And this one, so we're using that spinal column breathing. You're coming back, your hands are together, they're coming up, going over, you're looking up, hands come down, and coming down. So as they come down, they turn over. So they're coming, energy's coming up to center your body, and then it's spreading out, flowing out, and you're coming back down, and then you're looking out. So this one, you're also rolling forward slightly and arching your back. So we're here, your hands come up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, the back of your hands come up, you're spreading out, breathe out, breathe in, back hands coming up, going out, looking up. Yes, your tongue goes to the top of your mouth when you're coming down. Sorry, I was doing it the wrong way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Energy coming up, it flows out over your head. Hands come down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Collarbones come together. You round your back. Pelvis goes under. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we'll do one more, which is from Tiger Qigong. This one's a little, if you can find one that matches for what you want to do, and then you can just do that for 5 minutes during the day when you can like loosen up your body and then do one of the flows. This one you're making tiger claws. So you have, what you're doing is you're coming up, you're breathing in, and then as you breathe out, you go forward and you drop down. And then you turn your hands, you come back up here, your shoulders, and then as you breathe out, you push behind, like you're clawing something behind. Then you turn your hands over, come back. Can you breathe out? You sink down. This one's a little bit more vigorous, so you can, if you want to feel like it matching, because you want to do a little bit more movement, breathe out. You're turning your hands, breathe in. Breathe out, pushing forward, like you're clawing something forward, your hands come over. Then when we're going here, you're leaning forward slightly, you're reaching behind. Hands come over. But we're making tiger claws, so what we have to do is when we come in, we can make a slight growling sound. Do one more set. So now what we're going to do is, we're just going to reach up, we're going to gather the energy. Going to pull it up, breathe down, push it down to our abdomen. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to put our feet together. We're going to put our fist, we're going to put our hands over. If you grab your thumb with one fist and fold it over, so it looks like a yin-yang sign, put that on. And what we're going to do is just going to relax. We're going to just sway, try to relax, just feel. We're going to sway slightly back and forth. This is bamboo in the breeze. Just relaxing. Back and forth, breathe in. Once again, you're still doing your abdominal breathing. So breathe in, goes to the top of your mouth. Breathe out. Breathe in, just relax. Sway back and forth gently. One more breath, breathe in. Breathe out. Underneath your feet, step out. Shoulder width apart. We're going to pull down the heavens again. Now we're leaving the practice room. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then what we're going to do one last time is we're going to do, it's called Wu Ji, which is the circle. Hey, I've got one right here. This is Wu Ji. That's when there's just infinite, there's only one. This is like the Tao. So what we're going to do is, this is called Wuji stance. We're just going to breathe in. Our hands, you want your armpits open so the energy can flow. We're just going to do 3 breaths, tongue to the top, but we're going to focus on, see if we feel anything in our hands, if our body's more relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. So hopefully that helped you. What you can do is you can pick 1 or 2, say, of the flows. You can do the warm up a bit, relax your body, and then you can spend 5 minutes doing a flow. You want to try to remove anxiety from your life, so you can do these, once a day or a few times a day, rather than trying to just release everything at once. They say, the Taoists say, small fish are easier to fry, so you make little parts of your day with less anxiety, and hopefully it will spread through the rest of your life, or at least release some of the tension.